Hail adventurers, welcome to this recap of Iron Kingdom's All Worlds Stage session number 11. And I hope it's 11 because I don't feel like checking on the computer whether it's 11 or not. I could probably check it out really quickly, but screw that. I don't have green hair or money. That means it's overplayed. So, last we left off, Hammer had been blown up to smithereens by Donovan Cage. The session starts off with Coxa running towards Hammer at top speed. She checks the wreckage. Maybe the core is intact. Maybe it is. And she rolled I forgot the skill is called. The one that you use for repairing things. I forget what it was. Engineering or something. Mechanical engineering. Thank you, other me. Mechanical engineering. She rolled mechanical engineering to check, and I told her, well, you are very familiar with Hammer. You know every nook and cranny of Hammer. You find the core, but it's not a copper core. It's Arcanium core. The most expensive core, the core that can be bonded to a Warcaster. And he's like, I checked the runes, and I'm like, well, those etched runes are your runes. They have every single mistake that you made when you started scribing those runes. And he's like, I'll check this later. Take it, leave. I actually have notes this time because it's Tuesday and I haven't recorded the recap yet, and we played like 4 days ago. Truck. So he goes to the train station. They decide to go to the train station because they decide, let's go to the capital of Signar, because these guys are banning Mechanica in Signar of all places. So let's go to the capital to see if we can do something about the state of Granselm. They go to the train station, then Coxa tells Sterling, are you gonna say goodbye to Gumshoe before we leave? And she's like, I don't know. It's like, but you like him. Be weird if you don't say goodbye. And she's like, fine. She goes to Gumshoe's house. She doesn't find him in bed, but what she finds in bed, however, is a bunch of blood. She follows the blood to a hidden door. She goes to Gumshoe's hidden hangar that he had under the house, and she finds Gumshoe in a pool of his own blood, missing an arm. She's like, fuck. She goes, takes him to the Arcane Order. They take care of him. Needs a blood transfusion because apparently he lost almost like 2 pints of blood. Then she goes back to the while she's going back to the train station, there Coxwood meets up with the Nis. She sees a Turnpike Bullnut, the Nis, there, and she goes up to him and she's like, what are you doing? Because she saw him with a bunch of other Nis that were all covered up, and they had the symbol of the Mage Hunter Order. And he explains, these guys are berating me because they want to kill the Arcane Order leader. And I can't get them off my back because I used to work with them. And he leaves. Coxwood and, oh my god, I keep forgetting. The dwarf and the human meet up again. I keep forgetting their freaking last names. The human and the dwarf meet up, and the dwarf tells the human about what happened to the Nis. And she's like, oh, crap. Let's go there and let's confront them. On the way there, the bar was getting attacked, and the dwarfs decided to stay behind. She saved the barkeep. The barkeep told her that he's gonna give her free beer from now on, and he also gave her a briefcase that used to belong to another dwarf that used to spend time in Granselm. Sterling, the human, I forgot to remember her last name now. It's in the she's in the Arcane Order, and she confronts the Nis, and the Nis says, run. Because the other Mage Hunters, they brandish their Nisian claymores, and they're gonna attack her. She runs away as fast as she can. Sadly, she's not the gingerbread man. She goes up to the... Oh man, I forget what this is called. The warehouse district, where there's not a lot of people. So there she turns on her Warcaster armor. She starts fighting with them. It was a very tough fight because these mage hunters, they were able to bypass her Warcaster armor. So it was a tough fight, but once it was Volnut, one of the mage hunters, and Sterling, Volnut turned against the mage hunter and started attacking him. And between the both of them, they were able to defeat the mage hunter. She tells him, explain yourself. He tells him basically the same thing what he told the dwarf. I used to be part of this mage hunting group. However, I like being with you guys. You guys are more fun. So, no hard feelings. That's why I told you to run, because I didn't want these guys to kill you. Then, as punishment, she puts him to be Jedediah, the alchemist's personal assistant now. So, they go back to the train station. They were able to hold off the train because the dwarf sabotaged the whole train. Then she fixed it for them. So nice. And they go to Caspia, the capital. There they encounter Craster, the leader of the Magic Guild, and they convince him to help them out to use his pull within the city to get an audience with the mayor, or whatever they have in Caspia. She then later sees Adamant Senior. They get an appointment for 5 days from now. She sees Adamant Senior while they're spending a couple of days in the town. And she talks to him and convinces him to also go to the hearing to get help for grandson. And he says, yes, but in return, I don't want you ever back in my estate. I don't want you talking to my boys ever again. She's confused and concerned about Adamant Senior asking this, but she says yes. There she saw a military guy and she just talked to him, and I'm like, good. And she talks to him about the situation. Grandson says, what? And the military guy takes her to the ex-captain of the whole Signar military force. Crater Tusk. That was the name of the guy. Crater Tusk. Crater because he always leaves a crater wherever he goes, and Tusk because he was known to fight trolls hand to hand and removes their tusks while they were still alive. Those were the stories with that guy. They got him to help out. This video is actually gonna be short, so since I only have bullets, well, really short. I only have bullets. I'm skipping a lot of the fine details. They go to the military. The military say yes. Crater Tusk is outraged that a Signaran town will decide to go against Mechanica, and they head out the next day. Craster tells them, please don't take that guy with you. He's just gonna destroy the entire town. And they're like, no, whatever. If you're gonna help us with firepower, we're gonna take him. And he took firepower. Sterling decided, since Adamant Senior didn't help us out, the deal doesn't stand, so I can actually still go to his house. Like, okay. Then they reach Grandselm, and when they reach Grandselm, they noticed they brought a whole war battalion with them because they saw Stormglaives, they saw Warcasters with Warjacks, shooting spells through the Warjacks. They saw a lot of. They went to the police station and they started shooting at it and destroying the police station. And then they're like, we hope that Donovan Cage is in there. And then I told them, you hear from behind you. You guys brought a lot of firepower this time. Shit, I should run. They look bad as Donovan Cage and they're like, get this motherfucker. He just runs away. Just imagine him with a cup of coffee. It's like, man, you guys are good. Actually, I think I told them that Donovan Cage had a glass of coffee with him. Then they went through a lot of. They saw Donovan Cage went into an alleyway. When they reached the alleyway, Donovan Cage, big tall bald man with a minigun, and then like Cox's player is like, wait, Vulcan Raven? And I'm like, yeah, Vulcan Raven, but imagine him a lot taller and bigger than Vulcan Raven, if you can believe that. And they're like, oh fuck. We don't have any grenades for him. Shit. So it was an interesting fight because the idea was it was only a long range battle. They couldn't fight him close range. It was only long range. So Coxwood had her hand cannon that she got a hand cannon from the bartender, a hand cannon with a silencer, rune plate. It was like, a hand cannon with a silencer. This was made for a psychopath, just so he could shoot people with it in public and not get caught. Fuck. And Sterling is shooting him with her convection spell. They run, he shoots, runs another corner, they run again, he shoots them, they run the corner, but explosives happen next to them on the walls. They did this for, I think it was 3 rounds. But then Coxwood actually proposed that he gave up. And if you remember a couple of sessions back, Donovan Cage wanted to have some with the dwarf, and he says, "Throw in a night with you and I'll give up." She's like, but we want you to tell us this, 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 and this. Do we still get to have sex? Yeah. Okay, I'm in. Just imagine Mick from Legends of Tomorrow, Heatwave, doing all of that. Oh man. So they do their stuff. Then he spills the beans. He tells that Michelle O'Hara, the mayor, is actually Marie Bella. That was a name that was drawn really early in the campaign. He says she's actually the leader of the 4 Horsemen. And she's the mayor right now, and they're like, oh, okay. Then Donovan Cage proposes to the dwarf. I know you're not gonna marry a human because you are a nobility. You're nobility. I was combining both. You're nobility, but I wouldn't mind being your mistress. And she's like, oh, keep that in mind. Then up and then there was a crater was left where the police station was. Then later on, let's see, what did they do later on after that? They go back to Schmetterlings, the bar. They celebrate. Donovan Cage says that he's gonna skip town because he doesn't want Marie Bella or Crater Tusk to know that he's still alive because they're just gonna kill him. So he's gonna leave and stay and lay low for a while. Then they find out that Gumshoe used to be in the military and he used to serve under Crater Tusk. And Crater Tusk went to visit him and went to visit Turnpike Bullnut as well because apparently he also served or was a friend of this guy. And Crater Tusk gave Gumshoe a mechanica arm. So he has a mechanica arm now. Still getting used to it. At night, well, they were, after they celebrated, Gumshoe goes up to Sterling and tells her, these past couple of days have been crazy, but it just really made me think. He takes out a small box and puts it in her hand. He says, "You get the idea. You get the idea of what I want. It might not be a giant gem-encrusted ring like the one Adam gave you, but it's pretty nice on an honest ex-cop salary. Little spin on the famous Naked Gun line." And she says, "Oh no, kneel down." And he's like, "I don't want to kneel down." And she's like, "Well, at least put it on my finger." And he puts it on her finger. Basically Gumshoe proposed marriage after that. The player was happy. Apparently the character was happy too. I think that's the gist of it. Because again, this video is like, if you know how long my other videos is, you're surprised how short this one is. And I know I'm forgetting a lot of fine details. Because again, I'm recording this on a Tuesday, and I usually record it on a Saturday after the game. Let's see. Yeah, basically that's it. The next day they decide, you know what, let's go over to the Adam estate to see what the hell's going on. We'll mess around with Marie Bella later on. She'll get hers soon enough. So the next day they go off to Adamant Estate, and that's where they encounter. They get out of the Arcane Order, and they see a giant Colosseum in the distance, and they're like, "That wasn't there before, was it?" I'm like, no, it wasn't. And they see Blackheart Thornsoul, the guy with a long black trench coat, long black hair, black fingernails, black outline in his lips, black eyeliner, and black eyes. That guy. And he talks to them and says, "Oh, you remember when I said that we were gonna fight? Well, today's the day. We're gonna fight." And they're like, "Why?" "Well, it was written in the story." That's what he says. "It was written in the story." "What story?" "Oh, the story that you guys are being a part of. I'm the bad guy of your story, and you have to fight me now. It's just how it is." They're like, "You don't seem too keen on fighting us." And he was like, "No, not really, but it's something I have to do. It's part of my, not even my nature, it's part of my existence, is I have to fight and try to kill you." They're like, "Why?" "Oh, something about a story and me being an evil overlord and you guys stopping me and my army." Something like that. But honestly, it's, you guys don't care. I don't care. Let's just go to the Colosseum and fight. They're like, "Oh, there's probably gonna be traps in the Colosseum." He's like, I'll walk you to the top of the Colosseum and we'll just fight. I'm supposed to have traps and a dungeon in the Colosseum, but I don't feel like doing any of that anyways, so let's just go and let's just fight. But be forewarned, I'm not gonna pull back, I'm not gonna pull punches, I'm gonna try to kill him. They're like, okay. They go to the top of the Colosseum, a bunch of black feathers start forming out of his hand and he gets a sword. Just trying to make it very cliched. And that was the end of the session. Next session, I have a lot of things planned for my players and I cannot wait. It's gonna be amazing. I'm not even gonna mention it because I know my wife watches these videos and I don't want to spoil anything. Surprised that this video was so short. Let's see if I forgot anything. Excuse me while I try to... Oh yeah, I told Cox, the reason you think that Hammer had been acting strange recently was because he was in a really cheap body, but his Arcanum Cortex was trying to act up. Because he did get an imprint. He doesn't receive... He takes damage, but he's not gonna receive the effects of critical failure unless all the boxes are full. And so that was really cool. Oh yeah, the way he fixed Hammer. They actually, after Gamsho got his arm fixed, he told them, come to my house, let's bring that Arcanium Cortex with us. And he told her, this used to be my father's, this is a light warjack. And it needs a Cortex. And he says, oh, I have a Cortex, put it in there. And Gamsho told her, you can keep it. It used to be my father's, I repaired it a little bit as far as I could, but you can keep it, I don't want to do anything with it. Just completely yours. It has a bigger steam boiler, and it has an arcane node thing that if something were to happen to Coxwood, Sterling could just bond herself to Hammer, and then, you know, Bob's your uncle, everybody dies. The end. Oh, and he also gave, Gamsho gave Coxwood prototype warjack hand magelock pistol, a hand magelock cannon, to be specific, with an arcane, with a rune cannonball. It's like Cox is like, no, because you mix magic with mechanica, it blows up. And Gamsho's like, well, no, this one I know won't blow up, but it's just gonna catastrophically fail. It's a cannon that slides on the hand of Hammer, and then Hammer can just shoot it. But after that, it's just gonna discombobulate on his arm, and it's good for one shot, and that's all you're gonna get. So choose where that shot is gonna work. It has the rune that makes the attack boosted. It has the rune that makes the damage boosted, and has the rune that any damage over the opponent's armor counts as double. So if you deal 4 points of damage, it counts as 8. And if it's boosted, you know, I know 15 points of damage. Well, 30. You know, random crap like that. But you know, he has to really choose where he's going to use that gun, because we're down to the final 4 sessions. They're gonna fight Blackheart Thornsoul, then they're gonna fight Moribella, and then 2 more boss battles after that. We'll see how that plays out. I'm enjoying myself, and I know I'm gonna enjoy this next session specifically more. From now on, these I'm gonna see if I can release these recaps on Friday, the same day I'm running my game, to make sure that my players don't watch them. I can just tell them not to watch them, but that's no fun. I don't mind them watching them, actually. It's fine. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna run afterwards, because again, just 4 more sessions. Give or take 4 more sessions and we're done. So it's been a really good ride. I am so thankful for everybody that's been part of this ride with me. I am so very grateful for everybody that's been watching. And let's see what the future brings. I'm pretty sure that I covered everything. The gun, the hammer 2.0. They didn't use hammer 2.0 for the fight yet. So yeah, hammer 2.0 happened near the end, where right before Gamsho gave Sterling the wedding ring and proposed marriage. But she's like, no, unless he kneels down and he actually proposes, I'm not gonna say anything. And I'm like, wow, you're being really hard on the poor guy. And she's like, well, I could just go back to Adam again. And I'm like, okay, whatever you choose, but you know you're not wanted in that house anymore. So I wonder if the players are gonna go to the Adamant estate after they do the whole it's probably gonna take the whole session, that's what I hope. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and remember, as always, rule number 1, always have fun.